Hey everybody! So at the time that I'm filming this, it is the weekend before finals, which means I should be studying, but of course I'm not going to. Instead, I decided to write down 15 facts that I wanted to share with you. So I thought we'd just go through them one by one so you can get to know me a little bit better. Alright, the first one, just to get an easy one out of the way, is that I am from Aurora, Colorado. My parents moved there around 2 years ago. I'm originally from Centennial, kind of Littleton, Colorado, and I love Colorado. Being a native here, going to school here, going to CSU now, it's been really fun. I wouldn't change it for a world. As you may know from a previous video, I also am a junior studying communication with a minor in film, which also brings me to my next fact, that after graduation, the dream job would be to edit or produce films, but I also have experience in like marketing, publicity, social media, event planning, and all that stuff, so it's kind of like a fallback, but the main thing would be doing something like this where I edit or produce my own videos. Alright, another easy one out of the way is that I am 21, which of course means I am legally allowed to buy a lottery ticket, which is so much fun to say. Going back to family life, I do have a mom, a dad, and 2 older brothers. My mom is Lisa, my dad is Craig, and then my older brother is Zach, and then my oldest brother is Chris. Those 2 have graduated, they have jobs, they have adult jobs, they're doing adult things. And then my mom's an occupational therapist, and my dad is a property claims manager. Within our little realm of family, we also have a 10-year-old black lab who is a hellraiser, to say the least. His name is Bear. I'll show him roughly around this area. He is the best dog that I've ever had though, and I love him really much, and I miss him right now. But it's almost final, so I almost get to see him. Alright, now we're gonna go into the kind of more personal, more hobby type facts about myself. So if you didn't know, I am a big Office fan. I've probably watched The Office 12 or 13 times all the way through. I can quote episodes, I can tell you which episodes are in which season, all the characters, even some of their middle names. I go pretty hard. I fangirl pretty hard, and it's a problem. Keeping along with the TV theme, one of my all-time favorite TV shows is The Handmaid's Tale. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Hulu. The 3rd season comes out, I believe it's June 5th, so I'm really excited for that. And it's actually based on a book, which is really cool, but if you haven't checked out the TV show, I highly recommend it. It's really good. And of course, I can't talk about TV without talking about my other love, which is movies. Currently, my favorite movie, of course, is Endgame, but I also really love Saving Mr. Banks, which if you don't know what that is, it's also on Netflix. It is the backstory of the woman who wrote Mary Poppins, which is really cool, so it kind of goes through her life and the writing process of that book, and also the making of that film. Speaking of Netflix, a really fun fact about me is that I'm actually in a movie on Netflix. Now, I know what you're thinking, I'm not an actor, I'm not anything like that, but there is a movie called Dolphin Tale 2, which I am at the very end. It's only for a second, but I love telling people that I'm officially on a movie for Netflix. Now, the story behind why I'm in that movie is a long story, which I will say for another video, but you should definitely go check it out because it's really cool that I can say that. So I talked about TV, I talked about movies. Now the other category that I kind of fall under those is books. And I actually just finished a book called They Both Die at the End, which I know sounds really morbid, but it is an amazing book about how if you had one more day to live, what would you do with it? And it kind of follows this story of a young man who gets told that he has one more day to live. He doesn't know how he's going to die or exactly when he's going to die, and so it goes through how he's going to spend that last 24 hours. Now, as you also know from a previous video, I have been studying ASL, or American Sign Language, for 2 years now while studying at CSU, and it's really fun. I love the community around it, and I love taking all the classes, the teachers, and the people that you meet. So if you are thinking about taking ASL, you definitely should. Now, since this video is going on YouTube, I thought I'd talk a little bit about my favorite YouTubers. So the biggest one is probably Mark E. Miller, and if you haven't heard of him, you should definitely go check him out. He is the person that I get most of my inspiration for my vlogs, my public speaking, and just everything about life, really, I get from him. If you don't know who he is, definitely go check him out. I'll leave a link somewhere in the description for his channel. Another one that I also really like is Megan Batoon. My cousin actually showed me her, and she does primarily dancing videos, But she also does these really funny videos. She does a heart-to-heart, kind of like I'm doing today, and she's really awesome. Definitely go check her out too. I'm also really into music and listening to music, you know, singing in the car, the shower, all those fun things. So some of my favorite bands are Ariana Grande, Sam Smith, Panic at the Disco, stuff like that. More alternative, kind of indie pop. I don't really have one type of music that I hate. I know some people are like really against country or they're really against rock. I can listen to anything in moderation, but usually I'm fine with whatever my friends play or whatever comes up on my Spotify playlist. Finally, if I could live anywhere in the world, I think I would want to live in Paris. I know that's really cliche, but I really like it there. I like the atmosphere, and of course it's Paris, so of course I'm gonna like living there. But a little more closer to home, if I could live anywhere in the US, I think I'd pick somewhere up by Seattle or Washington or Oregon, just because I love the weather up there. I love how beautiful the landscape is, and it's really nice for the type of jobs that I want to do after I graduate. Alright, we made it through the 15 facts, and I really hope you liked this video, learning a little bit more about me. I probably should get back to studying because I definitely need to study more to keep those grades up, and I'm guessing you need to too. So I'll see you later, Rams.